And gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's investment conversation, should I say. We are so happy that you made it to the line. Y'all, hold on. There we go. We're working this thing on out. Here we go. Thank you so much for being on the line this evening. I see that we have people coming in from North Carolina, from Illinois, Chi-Town. We're all here this evening waiting to get some great investment information. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. I trust that everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. It is the day after Christmas. It's the day after Christmas. And what is everybody doing? Picking up receipts and looking at how much they have spent. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How I'm going to pay the rent? How I'm going to pay this? How I'm going to do that? So much of those questions going on in households right now, taking stuff back. This is the big day, the big return day. You work retail like I did, you know that it is the biggest day, bigger than Christmas Eve of the year, when people bring back all the merchandise that you took your hard time, your money to go out and pick these gifts up, and then they're like, oh no, this doesn't fit, this is not right, let's go get something else. That's the time of year that we're in, and people are running around now trying to figure out, what are we going to do? How are we going to take care of the bills? How are we going to handle this? Nobody has time to get out here and get an extra job. What we going to do? What we going to do? Well, I'm glad you're here on tonight because we have a solution to that age-old problem. How am I going to get these bills paid? What am I going to be able to do? Do I have to get another part-time job? The answers are here, and we're glad that you're here. I'm kind of giving us a few more minutes to get some more people on the line because we want to be able, and are y'all able to hear me?
Yes.
If
Yes,
somebody can
ma'am.
let me know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, can hear you loud and
Can I
clear.
get an amen or something in the chat? Something. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
Can hear you.
Great, 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 great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I see we got some more people coming on. Thank you. We want to make sure that you are somewhere that you can get pad, pencil ready, because we've got some great information coming your way. We want to make sure that you have it and you're able to pass it on. Or if you're a guest here and you've got questions, we want to make sure that you're talking to the person who invited you here, and we want you to get your questions answered. My name is Lynette Austin, and I am a leading lady in this Explosion Tribe community, one that I love dearly. And I am about to introduce my sister, my friend, this woman who is just a phenomenal woman, a woman who is a wife, mother of four. Yeah, she got four of them, four children running around, and she's able to manage the household. She's able to take care of the things that most of us have to take care of with their husband. She's able to maintain that. She is a woman who is committed to this community. She shows up for this community. Sometimes probably seems like to her by herself, but she shows up for this community to make sure that we have the information that we need, that we are plugged in, and she's still able to take care of husband, home, children, and able to put extra money in her pocket. That's a phenomenal woman. But then our community is filled with phenomenal women, whether they're a CEO mom or a leading lady, whether they're men. We got men out here. We got some good men out here who are doing the same. We want to help you get started, get you on your way. So I'm going to step aside and introduce this great woman who hails to us out of Louisville, Kentucky. This woman who keeps us plugged in, who keeps us on our toes, whether it's work or home. Let me also mention that this woman has a business background. She worked in finance. She knows all about the information she's going to give to us. She's a woman who's had her own business. So she definitely has the business acumen to talk to us about how to earn extra money because she's seen it from all sides as an employee, as an employer. Now she's just simply a business owner. So without further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others Miss CEO Mom, Alicia Yarborough. Miss Coach Lee, are you there, dear?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Thank you, Miss Lynette.
I
I
can't
am
hear you,
here.
sweetie. Or is it just
Oh,
me?
it's just you. I think it's just you. Somebody can put in the chat. Thank you, Miss Lynette. Yes, thank you, Miss Lynette. I appreciate you. This is, as she said, my leading lady sister. For any time that I reach out and say, and it's normally not a large notice. And if she's available, then she absolutely hops on the line like she does tonight, gives us some tunes and opens up and does an amazing job. So thank you, Miss Lynette. If somebody can text her that she may need to log out and log back in so that she can hear, I would highly, highly, highly appreciate it. But like she said, this is what we do. This is what I do. This is the investment lifestyle. And I'm definitely passionate about sharing this with you on tonight because of what Miss Lynette just talked about. I have been on both sides of the cash flow quadrant, right? These are the only two ways that you can earn income. You have the left side and the right side. You have your active income where you are actively trading your time for money. I was in accounting doing international taxes, right? And so I had to show up for my money. And I didn't want to do that because when I showed up in the morning, it was dark. And then when I left in the evening, it was dark. And so I was like, nah, okay, it has to be a better way than this. And so that's when I went into the beauty industry. And I started out as a master stylist. And then I went into being a salon owner, but still I had to show up for every dollar. I had more flexibility. But if I wasn't present, my money stopped. And so that's what a lot of people, this is where a lot of people get stuck. They're either employee or self-employed. And I tell you, when the world shut down years ago, a lot of people shifted into that self-employment quadrant out of necessity, right? And so they didn't want to feel stuck or be in a position where if anything ever happened like that again, they wanted to know that they would be okay. But what if life happens and you can't, your ability to show up lessens? What are you going to do? And so that's why we want to get everybody to make that step to transition into that business owner or just that investor alone. We're going to give you options because people love choices and options. But let me tell you why, the mindset behind this. Because 95% of the population, they're on their left side. It's only 5% of the people that are actually tapping into the wealth of the world. 5% of the people are tapping into 95% of the wealth. And so if we want to tap in wealth for ourselves, then we have to make that shift as well and tap into what the wealthy are actually doing, right? And that's why leadership is important. This leadership is the reason why we're here, is the reason why we're on this platform, and that we can make that shift to tap into that 5%, right? Become one of those 5%. Now, the main reason why majority of us are on this line is because of this gentleman in the middle, Mr. David Guilty. He is what you would probably call a mentor. I call Mr. G3 because he is a guide for me in every aspect of life, right? He is a guru for me in all aspects of life, not just business, right? And you'll see why in a second, because if you want to achieve greatness, it has to go beyond just business. You got to develop a personal relationship, right? And that's what he does with so many of us. And then he's guilty if he is allowed to bring out the champion in everybody, whosoever will. That's what he'll do if he is allowed. Now, he partnered with Mr. Edwin Haynes, who is the CEO of Access, right? He's been in oil and gas, he's been in the real estate industry. Both of these gentlemen have 20 plus years in this industry and have seen success. You're looking at 6 and 7 figure earners here. And then Mr. Edwin Haynes, he had the relationship with Mr. Jose Ardone. Now, I know I'm taking just a little minute, but you really want to know who you're doing business with because that's who you're going to be doing life with, right? So he partnered with Mr. Jose Ardone. They have done business in the past where they generated over $1 billion in revenue together. You have Mr. Hassan Mahmoud, who is the CEO of Economy, who these gentlemen partner with. He's made 9+ figures in sales, right? He's an international speaker. He's excellent. He's a financial expert, right? And so all of these gentlemen combined together, that's why we're on this platform. Another reason is because they all came from small beginnings. So no matter if you're making 6 or 7 figures, this is for you. If you need an additional $200 to $500 a month, this is for you as well. I was talking to one of my I recently went to Atlanta and I was talking to the ladies there at the table. We was at a Thai restaurant and I was saying I could sit down with anybody in this restaurant. Anybody in this restaurant, listen to them talk, right? Ask the right questions. Great leaders ask great questions. Ask the right questions. And I know we have the solution with the investment lifestyle of why they should partner, why they should at least be a student of what we have, right? And so that is why we're on the line because of these gentlemen, because we know the power is on the inside of you. We also know you just haven't been in the right environments in order for that to fully be expressed in your life. And so we're going to tap into that, right? And with that being said, our vision is 1 million people. Our vision is to impact 1 million families because we know what we have to offer. We know what we have to offer. We know what people need, and we know that we are the solution. And so before we really get into the nitty-gritty of everything, we always have to pause and make a disclaimer that the results are not guaranteed like anything in life, right? We just talked about when the world shut down. Everybody thought they had job security and they quickly found out that they didn't. Nothing is guaranteed, right? But I can say that if you allow us in, if you are coachable, teachable, and trainable, and yes, that sounds cliche, but it's very true. A lot of people ask me, well, what is the greatest thing that you have to overcome, or what are some of the drawbacks to this? And I say you, because you have to get out of your own way. And that's not easy for a lot of people. The most constant thing in life is change, and the most feared is changed as well. And so if you can just take increments, it doesn't have to be all at once, and it probably is not going to be all at once. If you can take increments just to get out of your own way, because you may be that boss in the industry that you're in the environment that you're in. You're probably the go-to person because that's who we attract, right? We're champions. So we attract champions into this tribe. We have, though, the experience here coupled with all of your greatness that you already have. We can make some amazing things happen because we're already making amazing things happen. Now, this is a glimpse of what the investment lifestyle. I don't know if y'all can hear this. Let me stop it because I didn't hit the sound. See, we're not perfect people. So I'm going to stop share and then I'm going to reshare this again so you can hear what I'm saying. What's going on here is I was sitting down with some of my partners here in Louisville when what we call a boom session to help you build, own, operate, and maximize your business. And so a trade idea had came out. We hopped in the trade right there on the spot. And this is what you're seeing.
Lifestyle and how you literally can come on here and learn how to make money from your phone. You see these numbers going? Now, if the market starts going in the opposite direction, guess what? The same way you just made that money, you can incur less than complete transparency. But we are showing you, we're not just rolling the dice. We're learning the skills, and we're learning different indicators of why we should take the trade that we are taking. So in a matter of minutes, you see it just topped again from $39 to now $55. Y'all, this is what we do. This is what I'm showing you all. The benefits of the investment lifestyle.
The benefits of the investment lifestyle. So one of the things that I can absolutely say from being in this tribe, from being connected to this platform, is that I know what to do with my money now, right? And it's a complete difference because we already saw that 95% of the population are tapping into 5% of the wealth. But a lot of times it's not even about how much that you start with is, do you know what to do with it? Right? A lot of times people are just out here in the marketplace just making transactions. So we're just going to work and we're just getting paid, right? It's just mindless. Or we're going to the store, we're getting what we want, and we're just consuming. We're just making transaction with our money. We haven't given our money a mission, right? We don't know what to do with it. And since we don't know what to do with it, we haven't put our money on assignment. But when you can give your money a mission, then it's a different energy. It's a different shift. That's what the wealthy are doing, right? Their money is on purpose in the marketplace. So now you have a different spirit behind your money, because money is energy. So when you have that, it's a different spirit, it's a different purpose. You know, your money is on assignment. Guess what? It's going to go out and it's going to bring back more money with it. It's going to multiply. We just showed you right there in that example how you can learn what to do with a dollar, how you can learn how to make your money multiply right from your cell phone, how now you can tap into the mindset of the wealthy. And so if you can tap into the mindset of the wealthy, you know what to do, what the wealthy are doing, then you can get those results. So now we're making a conscious interrupt in your thinking on purpose. We're coming in, we shaking it up a little bit, right? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me move in closer. Let me listen to what she's saying now. So then you can get off that wheel that you've been on, where you've just been repeating cycles in life, right? A new day, same situation, similar. It may be with different people, it may be in different environments, but the foundation of it is basically the same. So now we're going to have new thought processes. Because when you have new thought processes, then you can have new actions, right? And then you can have new habits, which lead to new results. So that's what we're doing. And the main way that we're going to be doing that in this investment lifestyle is through 3 financial markets that are prevalent, right? These are the 3 main financial markets. You have the stock market, right? And that's the most common that people are aware of, where you can basically buy shares of a company inside the stock market. There's also the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is actually the largest market in the world. It is a $6.6 trillion per day industry. And then you have the crypto market, right? Which is fairly new, but is making millionaires. It's the digital currency that you can tap into. And we're actually going to tap into all 3 of these. The main one is going to be the Forex, because it is the largest market in the world. And from my personal opinion, once you learn the basics, the foundation of this Forex market, you can tap into the other ones. You can learn how to trade the crypto on the same chart that you're trading the other currency pairs, right? Now, what is Forex? You may not know. I don't want to assume. Forex is what I just said. It's the exchange between two different currency pairs. And in its very simplest terms, when you travel internationally and you go to exchange your currency, if I'm in Mexico, like I was right there, they're going to give me the pesos. I'm going to give them the US dollar. And right in that moment, I can make income. I'm going to show you right in our back office. They give a wonderful example, if I can get to it, y'all. So you don't have to be heavy in technology in order to learn how to make money, right? And then you have a whole tribe around you that if you need assistance, you can call on them. So I'm going to play this really quickly, and it's going to do a great job in explaining it. Let me fast forward to the parts that I want. At least I thought it was. Let's see.
All right, so first things first. What is Forex and how can we help you benefit from it? Forex stands for foreign exchange, and if you've ever traveled to another country, you have already been a part of it. Foreign exchange, in short, is the exchange system of all the different currencies in the world, such as US dollar, euro, Great British pound, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, just to name a few. Forex is the backbone of the world economy. Now, all of these currencies have different exchange rates, which basically means each currency has a different value than the other currency. For example, let's say you have $1,000 and we decide to go to Europe. When we exchange that money into euro, we wouldn't get 1,000 euro. For this example, let's just say we receive 900 euro. Let's say while on this trip in Europe, we don't use any of that money. We then head back to the US and have to change our euro back into USD. Now, since the exchange rates are always fluctuating, and while we were on our trip, the value changed, and for the purpose of this example, we receive $1,100 back. You actually earned a profit on your travels. This is Forex trading in a nutshell, except due to the internet, we don't have to travel to different countries to make this work. We can literally place trades from anywhere in the world with an internet connection in seconds from our phones or our computers. Think of buying a currency.
Boom. You didn't have to do anything. You just exchange currency pairs, and from that exchange of currency pairs, you were able to earn income, and that's what we're showing you how to do. Or I should say, that's what you have the ability to learn how to do it. We will show you once you take the classes. But why this is important is because you're able to multiply your money. You're able to get profits. Can you imagine doubling your account in a week? I've done that. I've earned 16% in a week on an account, to where if you're just in the regular stocks, they're going to tell you 10% is great. And I know, because that's what I was doing for people as a financial planner. I was sitting down and I was going over that rule of 72 and telling them, man, look, if you just get 12% a year, your money's going to double in 6 years. A lot of people don't have that time. So we're able to maximize the moments by pulling out our cell phones, getting inside the financial market. I can be in Great Britain right now on my cell phone. I can be in Japan right now on my cell phone making money, right? I'm making money. I'm maximizing the moments. I'm collapsing time frames. And that's what we're going to show you that you're able to do as well. Now, this is the way you're going to be able to tap into those 3 different markets. I just showed you a snippet of the Economy Calibrate Academy. That's what that video was. You have on-demand training, right? It's so flexible. If I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning in order to get this in, then guess what? I can do that. I don't have to wait for the live classes. So um, yes, you do have the live classes with the instructors, but we do have the on-demand videos as well. We're going to learn the fundamentals of Forex. That's just what he was going on. We're going to get training from elite educators, right? Who are trading top hedge funds, but they're also educators here. And some of them have left completely those hedge funds, and they are exclusive to Inpower and what we have. Now, we also have this in Arabic, we're in English, we're also in Spanish and other countries. I think we are now in 81 different countries, I do believe, the last time that I checked. So we are a global company, and whether you are beginner or advanced, is something back there for you in our Economy Calibrate. Now, stock options with Miss Jessica Ramos. I told you you was going to be able to tap into the stock options or the stock industry, but it's not in the way in which you would think, right? You don't have to purchase a share. You don't have to buy and hold. Because the thing about with the stock market, if you purchase it and it goes up, well, what happens when the stock market goes down? Your profit goes down with it, right? But with stock options, you get to borrow those shares and you can still make money whether the market goes up or down. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you about that. If you want to learn more, you got to come in on the inside and actually become a student of Economy, the Calibrate Academy, and tap into the stock options. Now, this is how we differ, right? Because a lot of people are saying, okay, well, Miss Alicia, I can technically go out on the internet. The internet has everything that I need. You can. You can become YouTube certified, absolutely. But guess what you won't have? You won't have us. Again, I said from the beginning that we are the solution. And I'm bold enough to say you won't have us. You're going to have to figure it out by yourself, right? You won't be able to maximize those moments or collapse time frames because you don't know what's up is down. You don't know left from right, right? You're just, and it's so much information. Yes, it's information out there, but how do you know what is the right information? And then when you partner with a tribe where everybody is in this mindset of the wealthy, right? We have a champion spirit, and we're studying this information, and everybody is hearing something different, right? And so we get to tap into each other's strength zones, where I may hear it in one way, it may be a little bit off, but I may be able to tap into my sister, Miss Lynette. She was like, well, Miss Alicia, when she said this is what that meant. Oh, and now I have an aha moment where it's cleared up. Right. And it didn't take me. You ever been searching for something on YouTube and you think you're going to go in and it's going to be 5 minutes and it's 2 hours later and you still don't have what you're looking for? Those are the things that you have to go through when you're doing it on your own. Now, on top of the tribe, we also have our AI technology with our Eminence and with our Manara. So with our Eminence, you have the ability to receive an alert, right? Let's just say, just like you are at the house, you're with your family, and somebody sends you a text message, or you're out at the mall and you're shopping and you receive a text message, right? It's the same concept. Now you're going to receive an alert that can make you some profits right from your phone. So we say with Imminence, you have the ability to copy, paste, and profit, or copy, paste, and potentially profit again, because nothing is guaranteed. So here are some of the trade ideas that are sent out. Let me tap into this. It's going to be through Telegram, right? Let me see if it's this right here. Yes, this is just one of the Telegram chats where you can see. Let's just look at this one. This was for GJ, the Great Britain pound to the Japanese yen, right? And so this was a buy. We got in the market for a buy. It's giving us our stop loss. And look at all the multiple take profits that are just from this one trade idea that was sent out right here. This is 7 different times that you can profit off of just this one trade, right? And this is only one of the Telegram chats. You can see where it hit right there. And they are sent out all the daggone time, right? So that's one of them. I'm just gonna click because it's kind of redundant. They show, all of them show different trade ideas. So this was actually a class had just started, I think around 7 o'clock my time, not too long ago, in here. And then they'll put the charts in there from classes. So we have that. We have like 4 different chats that you can tap into. Again, I told you that we are in Spanish and in Arabic. Here is our Spanish Telegram chat. If you are Spanish speaking yourself, or you know other people who as I'm giving you this information, you're like, man, I think this is something that they would like as well. So we have all of this back here with our Eminence, the ability to copy, paste, and potentially profit, right? Then we have our Manara. Now, our Manara system, I guess I could have stayed right back in there because I show it from there instead of from the slide. I might have exited out. I think I just did. Anywho, so with our Manara, that's more of a personalized system where you can log into your back office, and you can set up, the different patterns that you like to see. It may be a head and shoulders. It may be a double top, a triple bottom, whatever it is that you like, the time frames that you like to trade on. And then when you set those specifications up, it is going to send you those trade ideas right to those Telegram chats, just like you saw the other trades. And this is what it looks like right here. As you can see, let me move this over to the side. So you can see right here, it has the pattern, it has my stop loss, it has the entry point right here, and then it also has the take profit. And so I don't have to go in and analyze the charts myself. Now, because I'm experienced and I have the knowledge, I still like to look at the charts to see, okay, why are they doing what they doing, and if I agree with it. And as you can see down here, this is just a snippet of the list of trades. So I already showed you the Telegram. This is Monero, where you'll receive over maybe 75, it could be 100 trades a day from past experience. But this is another way that you get to take the emotion out of trading, because you can rely on this AI technology, and you can also start to earn while you learn. You don't have to know everything in the beginning, right? So, essentially the first week after you get your broker set up and all of that, you can hop in these charts and you can start profiting right away. And now I'm going to actually bring Miss Lynette back to the line. Hopefully you can hear us now, ma'am. Let's see if I can get. Are you on the line, Miss Lynette? Can you hear, lady?
Yes, I am here. I am here. I can hear and I'm here. Ah,
Yay! So, Miss Ma'am, you
yes,
have
ma'am.
been working these charts. And you know what? I've seen the shifts. I've seen the shift in you. And what I was talking about earlier, your money has a mission now. Before it kind of looked like it was haphazard, you was here and there, but you are consistently putting your charts out there where you've been in the market. So can
Mhm.
you share with us what made the shift, and then tell us how it's been to have those profits?
Okay. Well, thank you first of all for having me here, ma'am. It's always a pleasure. The shift change came when I decided to invest in me. Simple as that. You have to make a choice to invest in you. You have to make a choice that, if you want your future to change, you have to start with making those changes. It's not enough just to talk about it. You got to be about it. And I just really made a choice that I'm going to do this. I want a different outcome, and I cannot stay in the same place and expect a different outcome. And once I made that choice, then it became easy to go in and try something different. I mean, really, really try. And I have to say, the tools that we have here did make it a little bit easier to do something. It took a lot of the fear out of what I wanted to do. And since then, it's been absolutely amazing to be able to get up in the morning and to have somebody come in and say, hey, why don't you look at these charts or look at this trade? Because you don't have to do it, but they suggest the suggestions that they give, you can do it. And the great thing is I can do that and still learn how to do the techniques so that I am able to actually go into a chart and do it myself. That is the great thing about it, learning and earning all at the same time. I'm like, yes, I can do this. A beginner, somebody who did not know very, very little. I won't say I didn't know anything because that would not be accurate, but I knew very little. But being able to, with what little I did now, following the trade ideas that are given and being able to just kind of say, hey, okay, I know where this goes. I understand what this means. Now I can do this, and I can accurately go in and look and say, you know what? I'm going to enter in the trade here. I wasn't the type of person that used to use the take profit and stop loss, but I do that. I didn't do it today. I didn't do it today, and I got a lesson today. But I can say that last week I had 19 different trades. Out of the 19, I had 3 lessons and 16 wins, and I profited $58.68. Now, that's just me being a beginner. It has given me a confidence to know that I can go in, that yes, I'm going to take some lessons. That's life. You can't get away from that. But to know that even with the lessons, I'm still winning because I'm still able to make a profit, then it's a no-brainer. It's about taking a risk. It's about investing in yourself and knowing that, hey, I've got that safety net in the tools that we have. I have the safety net with the company. So even if I fail, when I pull on the Explosion Soul Tribe parachute, they help me to fall at a different level. It's never the same, it's at a better level. So it's wonderful. I love it. And like I said, I took a loss today. I took not a loss, a lesson, because I went in scalping, didn't put in my stop loss, my take profit. We learned
Mm-hmm.
that lesson. We
Mm-hmm.
won't do that
Mm-hmm.
again. We won't do that again. But I'm going back in it tomorrow. I've got a
That's
$25
right.
a day goal to reach. And I need to make sure that that's moving well because I'm ready to go to $50 because you demonstrated to me, Miss Financial Lady. That's what I'm gonna call you, Miss Financial Lady. You told me, Lynette, if you do $25 a day, that's $500 a month. Who does not need an extra $500 a month? I mean, I have my job, yes, but I'm talking about extra money to pay off a credit card, extra money to pay off a bill, extra money to do some shopping, extra money to give to mama if she needs it. That's what we're talking about. Not having to go out there and get a second job for peanuts when I can get out here and make my own steaks. Why do I need to do that? Makes no sense. So everything about this is just perfect. It has given me confidence. It's given me a way to actually have the extra money. And it's slowly but surely I see my freedom.
That's it right there. That's the key word. Thank you, Miss Lynette. Yes.
You are so welcome, dear.
Her freedom. I absolutely love it. And so again, that's why we are on this line. This is why we are sharing the investment lifestyle so people can see their own version of freedom and whatever it looks like for them. Man, we really could it's so much more that we still have, but we really could just stop with that right there, right? So those were just the basics of what we have. Everything that we showed you is already included. And then we have other platforms that you can tap into as well. They are additional costs per month. Now with our Echo, this is not even copy and paste. This is using a AI technology where you can just accept the trade idea. Again, it's in Telegram. It'll have you to accept the trade ideas, and then that's it. It's going to, after you connect your broker and your trading platform with that, it's going to actually place the trades for you. And so it'll tell you when it's getting inside of a trade, what currency pair it is, what lot size it is, and you can set the specifications for your lot size and all of that. And then it'll come back and show you whether it's gotten a profit or whether it's gotten a lesson, right? And so far for me, it has been some lessons, but it's been more profits than lessons. So that is utilizing the AI technology for somebody who's like, I don't even want to take the time to copy and paste. We're hitting all personality types. You may be somebody who wants to get in, who wants to learn the trading for yourself and still want to utilize the copy and paste system. You may be somebody who are like, look, I'll learn it later. Right now, life is busy, but if I can just tap into that Echo right there, what you're talking about, that's more my speed, right? And then we also have the Plutus. The Plutus is for somebody who loves to trade indices, right? And I'm an indices chick. I'm a gold chick. I love SPX 5, NAS 100, US 30. US 30 is one of my faves. And so Miss Kimaya tested this out. It was working. I think she did it for about a week. And I was like, oh, okay, let me hop in there and let me see what it's about because I love indices. And this Plutus was only $25 additional. $25 additional that, man, first trade idea made that back in some and then some. This is one of the trade ideas. I forget. Let me see. Did I put on here how many pips this was? I did. Oh, this, y'all said me in technology. I got 90 pips on this trade idea. And then they also have the live classes in the morning. They real short, maybe 15, 20 minutes that you can hop in with the instructor and you hopping in the trades on that live. But this particular trade was 90 pips. Now, what that means is depending on my lot size is going to determine how much money I profited with these 90 pips. If it's a 0.01, it's 10 cents a pip. You can see it $1 a pip, $10 a pip, and so on, right? So it was $9, $90, or $900 just depending on what my lot size is. So okay, if you're somebody who can only start with $25, that's okay. You can have a smaller lot size. Start where you are. If you're somebody that's going to come in and put a couple of thousand in, then you can go to that $10 a pip and that trade would have gave that $1,000, you would have almost doubled it. It'd have been $900. So again, we're tapping into that freedom that Miss Lynette was talking about. Now I'm gonna bring Miss Chanel to the line because she was able to benefit from some of those trade ideas. Because see, what we do is we share the wealth. So you do have to pay additional, but we want y'all to get a snippet of what it's like on the other side in the Plutus. And so some of the trades ideas was put out there a couple of days just for them to get a taste. And Miss Chanel was able to benefit from some of those trade ideas. Can you tell us about that, Miss Chanel?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being on the line.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. Yeah, so last week sometime, of course, working my regular 9 to 5, I just so happened to take a glance at my phone, and one of the Plutus trade ideas you had shared amongst the team. And I just so happened to look in and took advantage of the copy and paste. And of course, after I entered all the credentials necessary, like, the stop loss and take profit, I just put the phone down and carried on about my business and so forth. But when I turned around and looked back at it, not even 5, 10 minutes later, I was at like $95 in profit. So okay, hold on. So I stopped what I was doing. I just sit down and look at the charts because for me at times it gets entertaining. Like tag you man, go ahead and get them now. We need them. Yeah, so I make it entertaining for me. But I was watching it, and of course I didn't make any adjustments. I had already put my parameters in with the stop loss and take profit, and it got up to one of the trades got up to like $154 just off one of them. So off of one trade, and that was the US dollar with gold. That was the most I've ever made per a trade. So I was ecstatic on it. And what made that so cool is the fact that I had to look back because I do work a 9 to 5. So I did look at what I make per an hour and did the calculations. Like that one trade covered a day shift for me, an 8 hour shift for me. And so that just blew my mind all together right there. And so then it was another trade that you put out. And with I don't know if you put it out or one of the signals, I don't even know, but it was one of them signals that got put out and it had like 7 take profits listed. So I was feeling myself, okay, and wanting to try it out. So not only did I get in the one time, but I got in the second time as well. And both of them literally was profit. Both of them was $100 in profit. And so just off one trade, that was 200 and some odd dollars that I made. So for me, the copy and paste comes in handy, especially while I'm working. And just the fact that it's shared. If you don't have access to everything, you can gain access. But the fact that it's shared amongst the team is awesome. And I thank you so much for sharing it because if you wouldn't have shared it, I wouldn't have got up in there. So I do thank you. And back to you.
Thank you, Miss Chanel. That's the simplicity of what we have, right? And depending on your lifestyle, you may need that extra oomph, like, okay, it came out in Telegram, but then I'm maybe sending it to our WhatsApp chat. I may be sending it to my personal team chat just to make sure everybody is aware of what's going on. And that's what we do. We call it Shields Up, where we cover each other in life and in business, right? And one of the key things that Miss Lynette said is that she wanted to take the time to invest in herself. And I love that because you are your greatest wealth, right? And one of the ways that we are able to do that is by the sub communities that we have within our soul tribe. Now we have a few good men that is led, of course, by our visionary, Mr. David Guilty, and he is the visionary behind all of these communities that I'm going to talk about very briefly. We also have our Living Legacy ladies, and those are ladies, they're actually a combination of the CEO moms and the leading ladies, right? They're more experienced women, more mature women in life that we get to glean from. And then they have their own community that, Miss Debbie, Miss Curl, Miss Tawanda, I don't want to leave anybody out, who Miss Avora, Miss Angela Cooper, all in that group together, and they doing their thing, and they gaining traction and just supporting one another. And then you also have the Leading Ladies Lifestyle that Miss Lynette talked about. They're single or married, but they don't have children, but they still have major responsibilities in life. And then, of course, you have our CEO moms, where we're moms who are married or single. And so it's just nice to have these sub communities where you can relate to other people who have similar backgrounds. Now, we have a strong sisterhood of women across our tribe, whether they're a leading lady, a CEO mom, or a living legacy lady. That doesn't matter. But to then be able to relate with somebody who have, maybe you are a leading lady and you're helping to take care, you're a caregiver for somebody in your household. Or you're just filling in the gap as an auntie and you still have all of these responsibilities going on. Well, I may not be able to relate to this. Well, sort of kind of, because I was a leading lady for like 30 years before I started having children. But then you have the CEO moms where you can come in, and if you having challenging times with one of your children and we get to come in together and just discuss those things. So we still have a strong tribe of collective women together, but then to be able to just have that space, that time, to hop in there with somebody who shares a similar background. And Miss Lynette, she doesn't know this, but I'm gonna call you back to the line really quickly, Miss Lynette, in about a minute to 30 seconds. Can you come on the line and share with us if you're available, because this wasn't planned, what it's like for you to be able to have that space of the leading ladies lifestyle and how you're able to build strong relationships there with Miss Kimaya, with Miss Tawanda, and you all lead that charge together.
It's very important because for a long time I didn't have a voice because, people looked at me, you're not married, you don't have any kids, what's wrong with you? You know, um, it wasn't necessarily, not all of it by choice, some by circumstance, but you got that feeling that something is wrong with you if you weren't married and had children, the house, the dog, the cat, the white picket fence, the two cars in the yard, everything that people have set out before you as to what the perfect lifestyle is. But if you live life long enough, there is no such thing as the perfect lifestyle. There is the lifestyle that you actually are able to thrive. I'm not going to say survive because we don't want anybody here surviving. We want you to thrive in it. So there's the lifestyle that you create that you can thrive in. And with this platform, with this community, I have a voice. Who cares that I don't have a child? Nobody cares whether I have a husband, boyfriend, or anything like that. It's not about that. What Mr. Guilty has created with this platform is a sense of strength. It takes a certain amount of strength that each leading lady has because you got to be able to deal with those naysayers who say that there's something wrong with you, that you must be crazy, or those people who pity you because you don't have the same type of lifestyle. What I've learned is I have a voice. I can do whatever I set my mind to, and I don't have to have children to have people who depend on me, who trust me, who need me. I have a life to impact. And that is what this lifestyle, this is what the leading ladies legacy is. We have a voice, we are strong, we are still able to make an impact. And we don't have to wait for little children. It can be with anybody. Somebody 2, somebody 22, somebody 222. Does not matter.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
matter. We have a voice.
Yes, thank you, Miss Lynette. And so I appreciate that, and I thank you for sharing that and sharing your passion behind that. It's definitely felt. So thank you for coming back to the line and sharing it with us. So, guys, did you hear what I just said? The passion behind it. So, yes, it's about the money. I know you want the additional income and we want to tap into that freedom, but you got to tap into the freedom that's on the inside of you first. You got to tap into the freedom of your mind. You got to tap into the freedom of your spirit. You got to start healing that inner child, right? All of that, we focus on mind, body, spirit, and living legacy in these group. We have workout challenges that we do month after month after month, right? The CEO moms and leading ladies, we're going to be collaborating and having the same workout challenges every single month. So we are strong in this. We're strong in building the person to enhance the life to build the business. So that is what we're doing. Yes, we're investing in the financial markets, but we're also investing in you. And this is what this is a picture of. Some of the mindset training in the books. We traveling together, right? We're living this investment lifestyle together, y'all. And we're sharing this with other people because of what we're experiencing here. Now, you don't have to share this with other people. You saw how we can just profit from our phone. You can copy and paste those trade ideas. You can just be a student of success here. But when you have passion like Miss Lynette, when you have passion like Miss Chanel, you're definitely going to want to share this opportunity with other people. And when you do so, the company compensates you. Again, this is tapping into that 5% because now you have a business. Now you have a system that is working for you, right? And so you can just look at these bonuses here. These are some of the weekly bonuses that you can tap into that people are actually they're doing this, right? We have a lot of these pins have already been broken, and there's more that's on the way. And we're not guessing at this. Partnered with Mr. Guilty, I have been able to collapse timeframes in any project that we've been in. I have elevated to the level of leadership because of his direct guidance. That's why I say he is G3 because it's results. I have the receipts for it, including here as well. And we are tapping into ourselves. We're building people from the inside out. We're allowing them to be in an environment where they can see success, where you can tap into the charts and you're trading. This is what Miss Lynette talked about. She made $50 last week. That was $10 a day, 5 trading days out of the week, right? That's an additional $200 a month. Would you take it as a beginner? But guess what? You get to pick where you want to be and how disciplined you are in taking the trade ideas, going to the Telegram, taking the charts, and even learning with the on-demand video. So you get to set out what you want to make annually. You get all of that here. Here is just a snippet. If you tap into it all, we're going to start over here, right here at $25 a day. That would be $500 a month. So you bought in 3 new partners. That's an additional $150 because you get $50 per person that comes in. And then if you get to 10 partners, which some of us have, then that's additional $500 a month as well right there. So that can be $1,100, over $1,100 for you from your phone. Would you take it? And here are some of the people that have tapped into. They have at least 3, right? So when you're at 3, let's go back to here. So when you're at 3 on this list right here, you're getting $25 a week, right? May not sound like much, but what is that going to buy? Some groceries, some gas? And as you'll see, that's actually going to cover your overhead to get this education. These are some of the people who have done that. So they've gotten $150 because they have 3 people who saw enough value to become students of this. And then again, after that, now they're getting $25 a week. Let me show you what it takes to get started with us, to tap into this education. $150. $149.99. What did they just do? They just got 3 people and just got their $150 right back. They just got 3 people that now pays them $25 a week. So this $99 right here is now covered. So if you want an absolutely free education, guess what? You can come in for $149.99. Let me ask you, what did you just spend, not invest, on Christmas? This is an investment. You can give yourself this gift that's going to keep on giving over and over again. You can invest in yourself, you can get it right back, and you can have your monthly overhead for that continued education covered by just showing value to 3 other people who want to tap into this same freedom. That's all you have to do. And if you're a customer, it's not for those who decide to build and make this a business, but if you are just a customer, and you still want to tap into the scholarship program of 3 and free, you can do that as well. Refer 3 other students like you, and then your continued education is covered. So we have a scholarship program for the 3 and free for you. Y'all, it's so much that you get to tap into here On top of all of that, you get to save on your taxes, because if you make this a business now, if you make this a business, not just as a student, you're not tapping into all of the tax breaks. If you make this a business, then you are, because you become a 1099 income earner. So let me show you. I don't want you again to take my word for it. I'm going to have somebody else to come on here or come online. And we're going to show you why you should utilize this to get the education, but also utilize it as a home-based business.
Everybody needs a home-based business. Why? So you can get your money back. Let me explain what I mean. If you have a cell phone and you run a business, you can write that cell phone off on your taxes at the end of the year. If you travel for business, you can write off your plane ticket, your train ticket, your bus ticket, your Uber expenses, your hotel expense, everything. So never travel just for fun. Always travel for business. And if you have children, you can hire your children to work in your home-based business. Why? Because you cannot write off the food that you feed them, lunch money. You cannot write off soccer. You cannot write off ballet. You can't write off any of that. But if you hire them to work in your home-based business and you pay them a salary, what you were going to pay them anyway, now you can write that salary off on your taxes. They can use that money to actually now go buy all of those things. And as long as it's less than $6,000 a year, they don't have to report that money to the IRS. Everybody needs a home-based business. Trust me.
So trust Miss Lynn Richardson, everybody needs a home-based business, including you. Hopefully, I've shown enough value along with these ladies to say, yes, I want in, either as a student or as a business, right? And I wanted to leave you with these words from a champion in life, not just in basketball, a champion in life. Kobe Bryant said, I want to see if I can. I don't know if I can. I want to find out. I want to see. I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to break it down into the smallest form, the smallest detail, and go after it day by day, one day at a time. Are you willing to go after it? We showed you how this can be broken down into small bites with a copy and trade system. We showed you how you have a whole tribe around you to help you along this way, to show you that you can win. You can win with us. You can be a part of those 1 million families. So again, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Miss Lynette, for opening up for me, for the music, for sharing your experience, your words, and who you are. Thank you, Miss Chanel, for being on the line as well, lady, and sharing your experiences. I know you in the middle of being mama and auntie land over there. So I appreciate the pause from the calls and being on this line. To all of the partners, to all of the guests, this has been an amazing night for me. And of course, to Mr. Guilty, Mr. G3, thank you, sir, for who you are and for just continuing to say yes every single day. No matter what you face in life, you say yes to the Creator first, and then you say yes to your purpose. And by you doing that, that strengthens us all, because you're getting divine connection, divine download, right? And you're following your purpose. You're not emotional. It's all about the plan and purpose for your life. And we're included in all of that to make this great global impact together. So we appreciate you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Forever boom.
Thank you, Miss Alicia. Thank you, everyone. Boom.
You're like a melody that never goes away. You're the sweetest thing, an easy song to sing. You're like a work of art, so priceless to me, a timeless beauty from the movie screen that never ever seems to fade. So baby, put that down, turn the music up. It's like these words was written just for the two of us. when we fell in love. This one's for me and you, so let the record play. I love the way it makes your body move. It sounds so good to me, reminds me of you. When the record plays a melody, love fills up the room. Sounds so good to me, this one's for me and you. Girl, we came so far and beat out all the odds. They never thought we'd make it, but I knew it from the start. So let's celebrate, 'cause we got it good. A classic going down in history. Feels just like we won the lottery. Oh, so baby, put that glass down and turn the music up. Oh, baby, it's like these words was written just for